Hi everybody, welcome to video number 14. Now today I want to talk about a very sensitive topic, and that is menopause. Now the reason why I've chosen to talk about that today is because I had the luxury over the weekend to catch up with one of my very old nearest and dearest friends, and we were exchanging notes about menopause. Now, I want to just touch today upon the more of the emotional and sensitive side of it rather than the medical side of things, because I'm not a doctor. But going through the menopause myself, I can actually speak to this firsthand and share my experiences with you. But it's more about what that did for me as a woman, because when I first found out that I actually was going through the menopause, I think two really fundamental things happened. One, I felt relieved that everything I was experiencing finally had a label to it. But for two, I felt really emotional because all of a sudden life hit me like a freight train and said, guess what? You're getting older, right? And I don't know whether I like that or not. And even though, as you know, I was a late mum, I was 42 having Cooper. And, you know, that in itself was a bit of a culture shock and a lifestyle and a cultural change for me at the same time, right? But for me, knowing that I was at the stage now where I couldn't have any more, not that I would want more children, I didn't, because I'm quite happy with him. And unless you can buy them on eBay, then you're definitely not having a second child coming into our home. But the point being is that the choice was taken away from me. And I think that was a huge reality check for me to experience. And so there was a lot of emotional roller coasters. But when I look back at when I was diagnosed and when I found out the symptoms and the roller coaster ride that you go on, personally, I believe I was actually going through it 2 years before I was actually diagnosed. And that's because I started experiencing these things way back then. And even though I was tested for it and told, no, you're not going through it. And I was like, well, explain to me then why I'm turning into the Exorcist in 2.5 seconds flat. And nobody could give me an answer for that. And I just thought, that's not normal. But now I'm just so grateful that I do know what is normal. And to be fair though, when it comes to the menopause, I don't think anything's normal, because nobody tells you in the book of life that you're going to be going through all these things when you reach a certain age and expect you to just